Hi guys, this is Pam, and today I am reviewing a perfume from the house of Lancôme. I have been exploring their private line, which is called Maison Lancôme, and today I have chosen the perfume that is called Lavandes Trianon. And I don't have the bottle, I do have the sample, and I've been testing it for actually this week. I have been testing it, and I do want to tell you guys what I think about it. Also in comparison to Mon Guerlain, because Mon Guerlain is also a lavender based perfume, and to me, when I was testing Lavandes Trianon, it does remind me of Mon Guerlain. So I also want to give you a quick comparison. Yeah, if I can make it quick, because I do talk a lot, so we'll see. Anyway, this is the bottle. It's a very, very pretty bottle. It would be nice to actually just, you know, have the perfume just because how pretty the bottle is. Okay, so that's from Maison Lancôme, Lavandes Trianon. Let's go ahead and spray it. Oh, I do want to read you the notes because why not? Okay, so the notes are, this is from basenotes.com, because for some reason Fragrantica does not have the notes. Okay, so it is a unisex perfume, and I do agree, it is very unisex. So the notes are caramel, lavender absolute, Madagascan vanilla, Provençal lavender, and warm milk. So let's go. I have already sprayed it, but let's do it again. And that's my sample right there, and you can see how much I have been testing it out. Oh, it's a big spray. Okay, the opening is delicious. My favorite part of this perfume is the opening for sure. It's sweet. I do smell the vanilla, and you get that lavender. And the type of lavender to me is it's a very very natural. It's almost as if you have a real lavender, the petals, and then if you just kind of smush it in your hands and you get the lavender juice. And I'm smelling my own fingers. Okay, that's what it smells like to me. The lavender smells very authentic, very natural, authentic. Yeah, it's almost like the real thing. I haven't really actually done that with, you know, but that's what I would imagine it would smell like. So the opening is very nice and sweet. That you have that very lavender, that lavender absolute. I don't really get a lot of the caramel in the opening, or even throughout the perfume, but I do get a hint of sweetness, which I think that was the contribution of the caramel. Maybe they did not just put it enough to make it like an outstanding note. So definitely the star of the show, or the star of this whole scent, is the lavender. You smell it all throughout. Okay, so yeah, this perfume, it kind of plays itself around in terms of it varies throughout the time that you're wearing it. Like sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's less sweet, and then it gets sweeter again, and then sometimes you get that lavender more so in the dry down than in the opening. But sometimes when I wear it, it's stronger in the opening, okay, in the mid, and then it's stronger again in the dry down. But to me though, it's not a very sweet perfume. I will not call this a sweet perfume. It is definitely a lavender perfume. Now to me, I do smell I actually smell a little bit of sandalwood. I know the notes doesn't say sandalwood, but to me I smell a character of the sandalwood. Maybe the vanilla in there is what's giving it that vibe to me. So it is a nice perfume. It's somewhat therapeutic because of the lavender, of course, and you have the roundness of the vanilla, which is vanilla is pretty much anywhere you put it. It makes the perfume warm and cozy and likable. Okay, there is a hint of green to me when I smell this. There aren't really any green notes, but to me it smells wet, kind of damp. It smells like damp petals that's slightly green. It has that green note, which I would imagine maybe if you take the lavender stem and you know, kind of crush that juice. I think that's the best way I can describe it. Like it's like the juice is damp and green. Now there aren't, like what I said, there are not any green notes, but I think actually that's from the warm milk accord. Because when I do try to find where that green note is coming from, I always end up smelling that warm milk accord. And to me, I actually smell it as soon as the opening subsides. I smell the warm milk, and it is especially strong on my skin in the dry down. Yeah, so I don't know if I like it that much. I mean, if you think about it though, I do love milk. I love lavender, I love vanilla, but for some reason I would want probably the caramel a little bit more and less of the milk. The milk to me is just kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like stopping, hindering the beauty of the lavender. Like instead of the lavender kind of what do you call that, blooming in the scent, in the fragrance, I feel like the warm milk is dampening it. It's giving that green note, sappy kind of vibe, like a you know, like what I said, like a stem. And I don't know, I just and the warm milk too, it does kind of smell like real warm milk, like, but with no sugar, just, you know, just like a warm milk. So anyway, overall the projection, it does project pretty nice. Longevity, it's not, in comparison to the other Maison Lancôme perfumes like the Tuberose Castan, the Oud Bouquet especially, it's not as wild, it's not as beast mode. So this is more of a tamed version of the other ones. This is pretty calm, it is calming, just kind of quiet, but at the same time you do still smell it. It does have a pretty average sillage. Longevity wise, it's okay. It's okay. It's not as it's not performing as long as I would want it to, but I guess it's because of the notes that's in it. So overall, I think it's a nice perfume. I'm just not jumping up and down. It just doesn't give me that excited. I do really wanted to like this one. I keep testing it and I'm kind of convincing myself, you know, give it more time, which I have. I did give it enough time. I wore it in different occasions, different time of the day, but for some reason it's just kind of meh in the end. Like I wanted a little bit more build up, you know, like I'm not getting satisfied. There is something that's lacking. I think if they do added sandalwood or a little bit more of that caramel and a little less of that warm milk, which is giving that weird green note, you know, and just like a sprinkle of sugar, just you know, just a little sprinkle of sugar, to make it a little bit more lively and vibrant. I think it will be really, really good. But I feel like it does have a lot of potential. I can see a lot of people liking this. It's not an offensive scent. It is very nice. It's very calming. Yeah, but so I did mention in comparing it to Mon Guerlain, because as I was testing it, I keep thinking, you know, I just keep thinking about Mon Guerlain. No, it's not any better than Mon Guerlain. Mon Guerlain is just the lavender scent for me. It's just so nice. Oh, I smell this thing, and it's actually been a while since I've been wearing this, but after testing the Lavandes Trianon, I've been wearing Mon Guerlain for the last 2 days. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So I have made a full review of Mon Guerlain, which was actually my very first review. So please, if you do want to watch it, I'm gonna link it down below in the description box. And try not to make fun of me, because when I made that review, it was kind of like, you know, I didn't have any makeup on. I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, Mon Guerlain, whatever. Anyway, that was just kind of like my tryout review. But I'm still proud of it, though, really proud of it. So I'm gonna link it down below if you're curious on my thoughts of Mon Guerlain, my full review. But to give you just a quick summary, Mon Guerlain to me is just lavender heaven. It does give you that authentic lavender vibe, which is kind of fizzy. It has fizziness. It's sweet. It's gourmand to me. I find this a gourmand perfume on my skin. It's aromatic. It's herbal without being like an essential oil kind of thing. It's just beautiful. I love it, and thank goodness it just works so nice on my skin. I love it, love it, love it. This kind of makes me think of like a vanilla sponge cake, and you have like a lavender flavored, or lavender, what do you call that? Lavender something frosting. Okay, I can't think of the word right now. Yeah, like a vanilla sponge cake that's not overly sweet, but just sweet enough for it to be a dessert, and just a lavender frosting. And if you imagine that frosting with like a, instead of it being white, and it's also like a light lavender color, it's delicious. I love it. It's super nice. It's exciting. It does make me excited. I keep desiring to smell it, you know, and then when I do smell it, it just gives me that satisfaction. It just completes me. Yeah, it just hits, you know, it hits the pocket. So yeah, Mon Guerlain definitely is something that I would keep over this one. I wish this was a little bit more exciting. I'm just a little bit disappointed. At the same time, it's still worth a sniff. So go give it a try. It might work for you. So if you're looking for something like you want a perfume without it being perfumey, you know, like you want to play it safe, you want something that's comforting, calming, something that's not loud, this would be really, really good for that. Although all those descriptions I just said also applies to Mon Guerlain. So I hope you enjoyed that. Go ahead and check it out if you love lavender and you love vanilla scents. Oh, it's just so nice. I can still smell myself. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and keep smelling myself. Thanks guys for watching. Please do subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And if you have any comments below regarding Mon Guerlain or any of the Maison Lancôme perfumes that maybe you want me to review, let me know in the comment section below. Once again, thank you for watching. Bye bye.